Yes, and we're back. Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome, welcome to episode 20 of the Business Cousins podcast, where we mix work and family, and it goes great.
And it goes amazing.
I'm your co host, Boost. Better Questions Hill, and this is.
Tasha Cooper Ware, HLS Collective. Yeah, so y'all, we made it.
We did it.
Episode 20.
Whew.
And we set a plan. We said
Yep.
we're gonna do this.
hmm
And we've been checking these boxes. So we're excited to be here
Super
to finish
excited.
out our season one with you guys. The
And
business
that's
cousins.
that's why I love the title that you have is you're not stuck, you're undisciplined. I always now whenever you're listening to this, maybe it's got 5 downloads, maybe it's got 500,000. But this is the third podcast I've attempted.
Mm. hmm
So the first one I had a good idea. I called it Business Church. I
Oh,
hosted it on Sundays, and it was a solo podcast, and I have guests from time to time, and I made it to about 6 episodes.
okay. Okay.
um, there was another one. Hey, what was it called? Uh, Blurs, Black Nerds. So I had it with some friends. I
hmm
think we got about 6 episodes.
Okay.
Everybody was busy. And that's what I realized. The reason we didn't make progress wasn't because it was a bad idea. It wasn't because we didn't want to do it, right? It was voluntary. And it
Mm,
wasn't even because it was difficult. We just didn't have a plan. We didn't have a structure.
mm-hmm.
So shout out to Tasha. She was like, all right, here's the plan, Bruce. Let's go.
Yes. And here's some structure. We're going to meet every week, regardless of whether we decide to do our podcast or not. How about that?
And that's the
And,
difference. Some structure.
uh-huh.
So this episode is dedicated to those who are feeling stuck, feeling like they're in place, and they're trying to break through. We got some gems for you. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So let's start at the very top.
hmm
Why do people get stuck?
It's definitely inconsistency
Hmm.
because you know what to do. You know what to do. You know the answer to at least one of the questions that you have to move forward, whether it's in your business or whether it's in health. You're not. It's so much. It's almost information overload out here.
Hmm.
So to say you don't know is just it's an excuse.
So you have information overload. You're doing more learning than you are executing, and you look up and you're in the same place a month from now you were a
hmm
month ago.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. I mean, it's the accountability part. Sometimes people just need a little bit more accountability.
okay. I'm,
You
I'm
know.
I'm hearing a theme. I feel like if you listen to 20 episodes, at least four of them, what is
At least.
what is that, 20%? Cover like discipline,
Mhm.
consistency, um, structure, resilience. Like I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah, because life happens, but
Absolutely.
patterns tell the truth. Man, like you ever have those people around you and you're like, okay, it's always something. Like I had to tell my husband, I was like, it stuff just has to stop happening. Like something has to change because it can't just keep happening to you.
We a good friend of mine, his first wife and her cousin maybe.
Uh huh.
All four of us would go to dinner, and we went out to dinner 3 separate times, and three
hmm
separate times her order was wrong, the service was terrible, the restaurant was terrible. And I was like, my food was great and my
Right.
service was great. I was like, maybe it's not the restaurant. And she says, what are you saying, Bruce? I said, well, maybe it's you. They did not invite me out to dinner
Yeah. They
again.
didn't invite you anymore.
No, me and him are still great friends. But
Yeah.
I think that you said something with accountability. Sometimes you need somebody else to tell you what you are.
Yeah, because sometimes the excuse becomes like it's a habit. That's the part that becomes the habit. Is the excuse becomes the habit, and at some point you got to own your choices.
Hmm.
That like she probably chose wrong at the
Oh, that's a good one.
restaurant.
You guys are gonna hear my mechanical keyboard. Your what did you say? Your choices become the habit.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. Your excuses become the habit.
Oh,
Your
yeah, I
excuses
like
become
that.
the habit, and you have to own your choices.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's just put that in there for the notes. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because that's
I think that's it. We get stuck. Here we go. Okay. I
mm,
see in a pattern, but it's not a good pattern. It's not a pattern that's helping us. It's not a pattern that's moving us forward.
no.
Oh man.
Yeah, they make us excuses make us feel better, even though it's not fun. But the accountability makes us better. Like yeah, accountability is what makes us better.
So we'll talk about accountability, but if it's not fun, why do so many people just choose to stay stuck?
Because it's comfort. People choose
Mhm.
it's comfortable to just make an excuse as opposed to change the choice.
Hmm.
You can change the choice. You can make a change today. We talked about this last week. What do you say? Better question. You say
Yeah.
one better
One new
choice,
skill will
one
change
new
your life.
skills, one better choice will change your life, and that can be the new habit.
Okay.
I'll give an
So
example in the fitness side.
yeah, yeah. I love a good example.
I always say you're supposed to drink half your body weight in water.
Okay.
The excuse I get sometimes is, oh, but then I have to keep using the restroom.
Okay.
You're supposed to use the restroom. That's how the fat cells come out. So it's like to hear that I have to have the answer to the excuse so I can say, so you're telling me because you'll have to use the restroom, you won't drink what science says you should drink, which is half your body weight in water just to be well, to not have brain fog, because the symptoms that you gave me, we probably can cure with something as simple as water that you already
That
paid for water in your home, buy a Brita filter. It's not even cost you anything.
man, she said you already paid for water.
You already paid for it.
No, listen, I had done the checkup. Fellas, I'm gonna say this to the men. Go ahead and get that annual checkup, y'all. Don't avoid it. Best case scenario, nothing's wrong. You keep cooking.
Mhm,
Worst case scenario, you find out early. You can do something about it.
mhm.
So my blood pressure was high. It was crazy. It was
Mm.
crazy. They it was so high. How high was it?
How high was it?
They was like, we really want to send you to your emergency room. I was like, oh shit.
Really?
And mind you, I'm not overweight. It was stress. And I was like, well, hold on. I was like, before we do medication, which can help a lot of people in a lot of situations, but before we
Mhm,
do that, what changes can we control? And that was the
mhm,
first one I did. I was drinking water. I started going for walks regularly,
mhm.
and I added raw smoothies a couple times a week.
Okay.
Next checkup, 6 months. They're like, man, you look fit as a fiddle, right? Healthy as a horse.
Mhm.
Um, so it's not that I had some catastrophic event that happened.
Right.
I had some excuses that became the habit.
Yes.
I'm gonna use that all the time. I just need to let you know.
That's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here
so,
for it.
so we come onto this business because this podcast. We talk about health and wealth. We're not talking about theory. We're not talking about something we read in a book. Even though I do love to read. Here's my
Mhm.
current book right here. I'm working on. It's what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. It's real life. That was,
Yeah.
that was 3 months ago.
See, and we were together 3 months ago, so maybe something rubbed off on you a little bit.
Maybe a little accountability.
Little
Yeah.
accountability. Your future health is being built on today's habits. So,
Ooh, another
uh,
gem. Your
the
future
fundamentals
health
work. Hmm.
is built on today's habits. We're not. You gotta hold on. Let that breathe.
Yes.
So listen, maybe you're listening to this. This is perfect time to shout out our sponsor, HLS Collective.
Hey.
If you want to take control of your health and wealth, tap into HLS Collective. Join the community. You can get the accountability, the right guidance, and help you get to your goals a little faster and a little easier. Click the link in the bio. Thank you to HLS Collective for sponsoring this episode.
Much appreciated.
No, seriously, we want to do what's best for y'all. We have a lot of fun doing this, but there's other things we could be doing on a Tuesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
But
so
the
go ahead.
fundamentals work. We just got to stay in them longer.
And that's okay. So let's talk about that. Accountability is for when you feel like giving up.
Mm-hmm.
It's that first week. Maybe you're sore from the gym. Maybe it's the first months in business. Maybe you're first filing quarterly taxes, and you're like, "Oh, I got to give Uncle Sam some more money."
More money. Mm-hmm.
And you're thinking about quitting. What do we do in that moment? What do we tell ourselves?
I like to just lean into the fundamentals. Like,
Mhm.
well, whether I'm working with my clients or whether I'm working in business, to me, fundamentals are, of course, the drink the water, take the walk, the things that you have control over that don't cost you money, so the rate of return should be high. And
Mm.
they don't cost you anything. You're already
That's,
paying for it.
that's good. It doesn't cost you a lot of money. So say those again. And for anyone who's like, well, I don't have a lot of money. Say those again.
Walk, drink your water, walking, do your stretches. The rate of return is high and it won't cost you anything. You don't need a gym membership. I hope you pay your water bill, so you should have water.
If you need help paying your water bill, hop in the collective. We're gonna teach you how to make some money.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we're gonna get you with Bruce ASAP and give you a business plan.
But you're right. There's so many excuses we can make, but they're really self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, yeah. Is gas $5 a gallon? Yeah, absolutely. But you can make a digital product for free.
Exactly. You can make those phone calls. Like I learned that from Bruce. The fundamentals of business. What did you do today to get more business?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. I got to lead by example. So, um, I'm going to actually give you actual numbers. So give me just a few seconds here.
Okay.
I sent 200 invites to my workshop. If you're in Atlanta, July 11th, we're having an in-person workshop on turning conversations into clients.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else did I do? I set up, I've got two screens going because I don't want to make this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 calls from LinkedIn. And what I did was I just asked, I said, hey, I want to have a conversation about who's a referral for you, if it makes sense to work together and make connections on LinkedIn valuable. So 9 people said yes. They raised their hand. They said, hey, let's talk. Will those all convert? I never make that promise. But I know that 0 of them convert if I talk to 0 of them.
Exactly. And that, to me, that is a fundamental. And it works. You just have to stay in it longer.
You just have to keep going. So speaking of keeping going, I've got a LinkedIn page. In 2002, page 1 had more followers, but I wasn't using, wasn't consistent. Today, I decided to be consistent, so I went from 5,000 to 7,250.
What?
LinkedIn connections. Just a few every day. Because if you send 10 every day, that's 300 in a month. That's 3,650 in a year. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think you can accidentally find some business? You can find a client if you just send 10 LinkedIn connections daily? I think you can.
Absolutely.
So you're not stuck like, oh, I can't get to 10,000 followers. I can't get to whatever that number is. Are you stuck? Or are you undisciplined?
Exactly. So have you ever looked up in a year's past faster than you realized? And then when you hit that mark, you're like, the things like that, like all those connections have really, like, you hit 7,200 and the year hasn't even, we're only at 6-month mark.
Yeah, I think that was this week where, I'm sending out these connections and I'm like, man, am I even making any progress? And I had that moment. Listen, it's not a bad thing to want to quit. I think sometimes you need to ask yourself a question. But don't quit. Think about it, but don't do it. And I looked and I was like, wasn't that at like 5,000 a couple months ago?
You were. That's what you told me.
Yeah. I didn't realize though. Like I didn't check. I was just being consistent. I catch myself scrolling and I'm like, I head over to LinkedIn and I'll just send some connections. I catch myself playing a little mobile game and I'm like, well, hold on. If I can play that, I go over, I send a couple messages or I comment on some posts.
Yep.
And it's time you already have.
Yep.
It's time you're already using, maybe wasting.
Yeah.
It's just what you do with it.
And that is interesting. I tell my clients that because, obviously, HLS has an app and to track your data, to keep you consistent. Yeah, we're official. To track your water. And I tell my clients, I'm like, you didn't have time, but did you scroll today? How much time did you scroll? Pull it. And I'll make them pull it up. I think, you can see how much time you spent in each app. So they can't lie. How much time does it say?
Oh, no.
And I say, okay, new rule. You can't get on there until you check my app. And it's things to do today.
That's good. That's accountability, folks. Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Structure, it gives you routine, and someone looking out to say, hey now, look at this excuse/habit
Oh
you
man, she told me to
created.
pull up my screen time. I'm like, you breaking up, coach? Oh, Wi-Fi is disconnecting.
Would it be the first time?
I think that's what people need. I think that, if I probably could do a better job at tracking, which I love
Mhm,
that you have the app built in, because sometimes, actually, I know not sometimes, everybody experiences at some point.
mhm,
You just really ask yourself, man, is this working?
mhm, mhm. And sometimes what happens, my clients will give me an excuse
Hmm.
that's just not true based on data.
Oh, elaborate.
Perfect example. I gave a client a simple task. I said, hey, just for 7 days, not forever, just don't eat bread. No
Okay.
bread products, don't eat bread. But log your food so I can see everything else you're eating. Just don't eat bread. Let's see what happens. Keep it simple. We have our meetup. I see toast. I see a croissant. I see a biscuit. And something else that was a bread product that I can't think of. And I said, hey. And she goes, oh, I can't believe my weight stayed the same this week. And I said, well, per the data, let me go back and look. I said, oh, well, you ate bread. Last week we talked about, no, I didn't. I don't have bread in my home. And I said, well, I'll go. It says Saturday toast. Oh, I went to a diner.
What?
Yes. So that's also why I like to have the data. People forget, but they are ready for an excuse, especially really smart people. My clients are geniuses,
Hmm. Hmm.
really smart humans, and they can excuse their way out of anything, even when it's factually incorrect.
Hmm. Man,
It's a,
that's good.
and it's such a habit. It's like her brain didn't even tell her that it was bread.
Yeah.
Which that's when I knew. I'm so glad I have data on people because through my entire training career, when I haven't been able to make movement, it's because the data is incorrect.
And oh wow, that's good. So how would you have someone track any business goals? So you got the app for the fitness. What
Mm-hmm.
about for the money?
So a couple of my clients, they did a challenge that they did a follow-up challenge.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes,
I made some
they,
money with a follow up the other day. I'll tell you.
yeah. So a follow-up challenge. Use your CRM challenge. You have to log into your CRM every day. You have to do something in it.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
So those two, I would say, would be easy ones to track because I can put any habit I want in the training app. I could literally put any habit. I can say check CRM every day in my personal training app, and it will say that every day.
Oh, what if y'all wanted to put in like I post to YouTube daily?
Yes, I can put literally. I say Bruce's personal habits, and I just create your habits in my habit tracker for how many days, whatever days. You can even individualize the day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can, yes, to keep track. You can track all of it.
And because yeah, am I in that?
You can be in the app, and I will put whatever you want in there,
I
cousin.
need to tap in.
I got you.
Because I noticed I was looking through my YouTube and seeing if I posted daily, and I missed like 2 days.
And you don't know where you missed.
And I was like, why did I miss those days? I went and looked, and there was stuff all over the calendar except for what? Post to YouTube.
Yes. Yes.
So they were productive days. Maybe they got a little busy, but I'm not tracking that, and I think
Okay.
it's an opportunity.
Yes. So
Hmm.
that's the great thing about when you build a custom program for clients that are in business.
That's what I
We
like.
got to bring it all together sometimes. Some of my clients, I have to say, give yourself gratitude every day. You did
Okay,
something.
I'm good at that one. Hmm.
It just depends. Everyone needs something a little bit different, but those are the changes that when you do it consistently with some structure,
Hmm.
you're gonna see the change.
So this whole time she's like, I'm not losing weight. This is not working, but she wasn't doing the work.
No, not the task at hand.
Not.
Not yes, you know what the kids say. You understood the assignment.
I wouldn't know about that.
The assignment was not clearly not understood.
Okay, so
Mhm.
one other thing I hear, and you're right. I think we have said this before. None of these are expensive. You said most of these are free. Hope you're already paying your water bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And none of these are really time consuming. Like I haven't heard
No.
you say run a marathon twice a week.
No, I would never. That's a poor prescription unless you come to me and say you want to run a marathon. Then I will give you the program to do so. But yeah, no, I would never. If someone said Tasha said that, you could say that's
Cap.
categorically false.
Are you heard it here, folks? Do not run 2 marathons in a week.
No.
Without proper coaching training. All right. Okay. Don't go on there and be like, oh, the business cousins told us to do it. We did not.
No, the opposite. We said the opposite.
I think that's the beautiful thing. It's the easy thing and it's the difficult because it's just one YouTube video a day. It's just 10 LinkedIn connections a day. It's not eating bread, right? So you don't even have to do anything extra.
Yeah.
And those little habits make such a big difference getting you unstuck. People asking like, man, how did you do it? People reach out to you and it's like, man, you look good. What you been doing different?
Yeah.
I was at a conference this weekend. They said, Bruce, you been working out? I said, man, just maintaining.
Just maintaining. That's what I would say. Just staying consistent, living my healthy lifestyle. That's what I said at the family reunion. They're like, oh, they couldn't believe my age. I said, yes, y'all, I'm getting old like y'all. You haven't seen I come to all the family reunions.
Looking the same. Yeah.
Looking the same.
The only reason anybody know I got older is because my hair longer.
Yeah, your hair long. Exactly. And I show up with different hair, so I can't use that.
That's it, though. That's it. And that's why I'm really excited because I know that this podcast is going to change some lives, grow some businesses, not because fill in the blank, but because we're the most consistent.
Yeah, that's it.
So here's what we're going to do. Going into season 2, you're going to start seeing some guests, friends of ours, family of ours.
Yes.
We want to encourage you. There's topics, whether it's health or wealth, that you are curious about or struggling with. You can leave a comment under the YouTube channel. It'll be under New Skills New You or the HLS Collective YouTube channel. So we have places anywhere you listen to podcasts. And we'd love to feature your topic so that we can make this valuable to you. Any last words of wisdom?
Yes, I would say the question is whether you'll be different by design or by default. Mm-hmm. So stick to your habits, not your excuses.
I love it. I've still got to find that bomb. Thanks for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we'll see you next week on the Business Cousins podcast.
See you next week.